Hansel. So hot right now. Hansel. Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Xaereth Prevails, a Grand Arena story. We're in the final match of this 5v5 week 2, and I'm in the finals. It's pretty crazy, and we get to watch things go downhill in some areas and things go uphill in other ways. Neither sounds appealing, actually. So let's actually just jump in to the fighting, folks. I didn't take any photos beforehand. I changed my defenses some and just jumped in. I don't really remember that well. So we start with a Jabba fight. My opponent does have Lord Vader as well on defense, but decided to go for Jabba first. It's kind of low-hanging fruit. You can see Chrysanthemum's only relic 7. Jabba is, I think, also fairly low relics, and my Inquisition at this point, I don't think they were fully relic 7, but maybe they were. Like, we would just either the Riva mission was about to happen, or oh yeah, I think we locked right before the Riva mission happened. So this we're not fully relic 7 yet, but we're getting there. And so, gosh, look at how close Seven Sister came to just dying, and then she bailed herself out. That full heal, man, it's so powerful. It's so strong, honestly. One of the things that I want to point out, though, folks, is the reason Jabba teams fail or succeed. Lately, I've been noticing this. You want a ton of tenacity on Jabba against Inquisition. If Inquisition can't get all of their debuffs on everyone, then they're going to really struggle. And I guess that might not be the case with the new Datacron set, but with the current one, which, I mean, it's going to be dusted in a couple days, so I guess it's almost like a moot point. It's like a cow's opinion, it's moo. But this works really well if you can get all your debuffs. If you can't, then that's where you're going to struggle. And I mean, honestly, that's probably the case anyways, just because even if you're not relying on all of these debuffs for a ton of different turn meter boosts and everything, the fact of the matter is, gosh, look at how quick we clawed Chrysanthemum down once we had already gotten so much of his defense down. But like this isn't. You just want all those debuffs, because those debuffs are things that keep you afloat. Like they keep your opponent unafloat. That's a word, right, guys? I'm sure it is. It's a technical term, but anyways, okay, so I got the ability block on Jabba, and then I reduced his turn meter. Remember, you don't want to reduce his turn meter because it gets bonus protection, which is rough, though we're trying to just cycle through. We haven't gotten torture on him yet, and we just want to make sure we keep healing immunity on him at all times, and once we can get torture on him, that's going to make him a lot more manageable, a lot more malleable and pliant, and all kinds of fun words that we could use. So yeah, just trying to get all the debuffs on Jabba. I think you can get like 18 different types of debuffs from Inquisition. It's fairly crazy, and that doesn't include what Riva's going to be able to get, so there's that. Alright, there goes. Boom goes the dynamite. Took out Jabba for 75 banners. Good way to start the fight. And now we're going to use Supreme Leader Kylo here to take out Lord Vader, in theory, but this hasn't been working lately for me for whatever reason. Even if I have lots of dodge and everything, yeah, you can see Relic 9 on this Royal Guard. It's fairly crazy. And crew actually survived all of those hits, the opening barrage for Maul, which is surprising, to say the least. You don't see that too often. I was like, oh, maybe there's reason to be optimistic here. But then Lord Vader did 2 AoEs in a row, like just took 2 turns in a row for fun, apparently. Watt just like ducked out. He's like, I'm out, I'm gone, deuces. I was like, where are you going, bud? He's like, I don't want to be here, screw this. It's a really riveting narrative that I've just, you know, imparted upon you. So actually, things are looking a little bit manageable at this point, except Daka does have 12 damage over times, but we're starting to get some ultimate meter on Supreme Leader Kylo, and then of course their Lord Vader gets his ult and immediately kills everyone, so you can't revive them. I was really hoping to get to a second level of ultimate. I was hoping to get to a third level, but yeah, we're about to die here. And alright, so we're gonna pop the ult here, and hopefully we can kill even one character. I mean, it's not looking great, frankly, guys. It's not looking wonderful for that. It's like if we can just kill Maul, things will be a little bit better, at least. And we at least, at the very least, we hit enough people. So many people were still alive that we were able to pop our ult immediately after that fiasco. So now I'm trying to figure out what do I want to do, like dispel all the debuffs or do the AoE. And I decided to go for dispel all the debuffs. I don't really know if that was why. Like, I might have been able to just get a crit on all of these characters and maybe be able to kill them. Or something. I don't know. I'm stuck just hitting Royal Guard. I decided to hit him with the basics so that maybe I can crawl my way back to another ult. That's where we're at right now. And then we died. So great. We killed Maul at least. I mean, Kylo's just not working against Lord Vader. And now the dynamics are going to change anyways, because Lord Vader's everything is like his whole world is going to shift here pretty soon. So I guess we don't have to worry about that necessarily, but we do have to, in the moment, have to worry about this. How do we clear Lord Vader? And so I decided, okay, let's take Jedi Revan here. We've done this in the past. Can we kill the ads? If we can just kill the ads, then we might be able to manage something. Eighth Brother was less scary to me here than Royal Guard. Royal Guard at Relic 9 is just a scary fellow. And so, I mean, the thought is we're probably not going to be able to kill that Eighth Brother anyways, because he's in stealth, and we don't want to mess with that. We don't want to mess around too much. Like, bounty hunters can clean up one ad, Lord Vader plus one ad. They can't kill this entire team necessarily. Now that might change with the new set. I don't really know. But one way or another, I was like, man, we gotta get it down to at least just one ad. I mean, this Relic 9 Royal Guard would be really nice. Nice feather in my cap. And then, so we finally finish him off, and then Lord Vader's like, oh, hey, you don't mind me killing you right now, right? And I was like, no, man, we're good. Just kill me. He's like, okay, all right, bro, I'm killing you then. And I was like, okay. And it was the last thing he ever heard me say, which was a little depressing, frankly. Look at that. There were so many debuffs on Bosk. He almost got the contract on his own. That's ridiculous, man. Alright, Mando. We dragged Mando along here just so that we could take out an easy Eighth Brother, and that's what we did. And now, I mean, now Fennec does her job of kicking Lord Vader in the lava nuts. Feels good. Well, once it finally happens, once he finally gets taken out. And for some reason I decided to put an extra armor shred on him. I mean, I think that's the height of folly to do that in general, folks, because each armor shred does half the effect that all the other armor shreds have. So like 50% is really impactful. The next one cuts it down another 50% on top of that, which turns it into 25%, and then the next one turns it into, so it's 75%, then it goes up to like 87.5% negated, and then it just stops being worth calculating at that point. So, 3 armor shreds, great. Two is enough, honestly. Alright, so let's use Jedi Master Luke. We've already used all of our good, like our best Jedi, to be able to take out those ads. So I was like, you know what? We're not going to amount to much here. Jedi Master Luke is not going to amount to much. I think I kept I think my issue here was I kept too many GLs or something. I don't know. Maybe I kept the same defense as I did the time before. It's all very fuzzy to me, folks. I'm not sure. Not sure what I'm doing. I think maybe I did keep the same defense, actually. Whatever. We barely failed to kill that ARC trooper, which is depressing. And yeah, so Ayla tried to stun, but she has to be able to crit to be able to stun. And so in the end game here, look, oh man, she out there, she almost killed, or he almost killed Jedi Master Luke. It's scary, man. Scary dude. And so Ayla is just not very good here. she can't stun. She can't crit. She can't stun. So that's that. Alright, let's use Starkiller against Malgus. Relic 9 on Malgus. I think maybe Relic 9 on everyone else as well. Starkiller does work okay here. Yeah, Malik's only Relic 7. Okay, so there's hope, perhaps. Although I do like Mace here. I was like, oh, this is cool. I can use Mace. Just, yeah. He's available, man. Can use him for random stuff. For activities and such. Alright, so there's an important thing that happens. Well, I don't know if it's in this fight or not. Talon's available for death. Cool. So at least we killed one thing here. And Starkiller is never really... it's always sketch against Malgus, honestly. Like, even with the cool turn meter, whatever, the cooldown reduction, Omicron. Yeah, so look at Malgus, or Malak. Maybe that's not it. At some point, in some fight, Malak does not have debuffs on him anymore, and maybe it's right here, and he's able to force drain an entire 100% health, which is really depressing. Oh, look at that. The Star Destroyer of Healing killed nothing. Gosh, so brutal, man. It's brutal. Life is hard. And then you die. I said to Darth Revan and Basti, gosh. Yeah, there it was. There it was. Malak. So typically you don't die from that because he only does 50% health. Like it does only half health if you can keep him debuffed, but he wasn't debuffed. And so he was able to force drain for the full amount and killed me. So we've got the chinless brothers here. Like, we don't know if they have chins. We know for sure Malak doesn't. And now, I've super sped this fight up because I'm going to just tell you right now. Traya with Nihilus, and this is before the Omicron, but the Omicron doesn't change anything. Traya with the Omicron just means that Nihilus stays in fear the entire match. The whole time. And so, you just kind of sit there and flail about for a while, and then you die. Or you lose because you can't kill anything with Nihilus, and Nihilus is the only one who can do damage worth a damn. He really puts the damn in damage, I guess. So, yeah. Okay, it's like, oh, look at that. Nihilus is kind of close. Next turn, he'll be able to do it. Oh, no? No, he went backwards one step? I don't know how that works, but okay. Cool. He's feared. Oh, he has doubt or concern or whatever. That's too bad. He was 2-2 last time. Let's see, where's he at now? Oh, he's ability blocked. That's where he's at. And now he's dead. Gosh, what a fiasco, man. So now we have to use Jedi Master Kenobi to kill this team in the first. Like, we could have just done that in the first place. We didn't need to waste Starkiller here. Or that Traya squad, for that matter. We didn't need to waste 30 banners, and instead we did for fun. And yeah, we have to use this team anyways. Like we just wasted teams and we wasted banners. Like that's the very worst. That's probably my least favorite thing to be able to do. I mean, and maybe it's obvious. You're like, well, you hate playing poorly, Xaereth. Like me too. Well, of course we all do. But like this was. I mean, if Starkiller had just one shot in the first place, life would have been better, obviously. But, and you know, I'm not like making excuses here. It's just painful, man. Like I could have gotten through that zone a lot cheaper. And in the back zone, he does have the Rey Starkiller Dash team, or Starkiller Rey Dash and Ben, Sweatstained Ben, and so we're gonna take Sith Eternal. Now, we're cut a break here, folks. His Ben does not have any Omicrons, which is pretty important. Gosh, she had days, so she couldn't hit a second time, so she doesn't have the second or the third stack of Beskar for Sith Eternal, which is somewhat depressing. We got the days just shuts that down. Anyways, we got linked, we got Dash and L3 linked, so we'll get our ultimate fairly quickly here. And the thing that's really nice about this, that's super clutch about this specific situation, I don't know, what are you doing, Thrawn? It's taking forever to figure out who we should fracture. I guess Vander's as good as any. But one way or another, the thing that I keep trying to say is clutch is Ben does not have the healing immunity that Omicron other Bens do have, and so we're kind of cut a break here a little bit just because he's not going to put healing immunity on us, and healing immunity is kind of the thing that makes this counter unfeasible. Like, you can always get to this point, and then he just did his ability, but there's no healing immunity there because he can't apply it without the Omicron, I think. Or maybe I just got lucky and resisted. I don't know. I could be wrong. Rey was in the yellow, so I just fried Ben. Goodbye, Ben. And Vander's too. Vander is dead. DED dead. And now we can just kill Rey because we have a Datacron that gives us extra offense for every Darkseid character who died. And yeah, so goodbye, Rey. Kind of fun. Alright, he put Starkiller down with Barriss, and I was like, gosh, Starkiller, really? Like, not even like a Traya Starkiller, just, so, this is, I gotta do this every time on my alt. Like, for some reason, everyone thinks that Starkiller's this amazing defensive team, and like, I kind of like it when people play Starkiller, even before, but with Darth Vader, like, it just makes this match so easy. Like, you just rinse and repeat. Like, there's no sweat. As long as you can keep track of who has Merciless Massacre, you just cycle through. And now, of course, set 4 is going away, so this isn't going to be a possible counter anymore. But I mean, this counter is just so silly. Now, one thing I was trying to do is only do the AoE on characters who are just about to die. Like, we want to save that and be as efficient as possible with our AoEs. Like, see, Mara's about to die, so we reset Merciless so that we could take her out as well. And now, I guess we'll start saber tossing people. Goodbye to Barriss. Do the AoE here. Trying to figure out the logistics of it here. Alright, Visas is gone. And Starkiller has so many debuffs, he'll just die of sadness if he gets a turn. He didn't get a turn, though. Just like Lieutenant Dan and Ain't Got No Legs. And, yeah, there's not much here that's that scary. I didn't know what to do against this Qui-Gon team. And so I decided to try to just do the mirror because my Qui-Gon was faster than his, except then I couldn't kill his Qui-Gon when I went for it, and so their Anakin went and killed my Qui-Gon, which wasn't, that didn't feel good. So, alright, let's I guess just kill your Qui-Gon. There we go. And then, of course, they missed because we have Foresight because it reset everything, and gosh, what a fiasco, man. So what I decided to do, I switched stances so that Snips would assist, and assist she did. She took out Anakin just like that, because the Foresight didn't matter to her. So, I don't know, it's kind of a fun counter, actually, folks. ended up working out as well as I was hoping for, but gosh, what a fiasco, man. Alright, so funny, this opponent has a lot of Relic 9s and everything. I don't remember if I have a bigger account, but one way or another, only Relic 5 on Sortie though, which surprised me. So Relic 5 on Sortie typically means, okay, so we weren't able to stick the days onto BB-8, which typically means, like you saw, that we got stunned and everything because Tenacity Down happened, and then R2-D2 started doing AoEs, and I don't know, I thought that we were just gonna die, just succumb to our injuries, but we didn't. Relic 8 Wampa is a resilient beast. He's literally a beast, folks. And this is actually his home court. He's on Hoth, so I guess maybe he's got some kind of cool advantage there. Sortie's like, what the hell am I even? I'm not even a character in Star Wars. The CG, the company CG, contrived to just fabricate me. Such a random thing, man. They're like, hey, let's make an Old Republic droid. Okay, let's make it have boobs and call it Sortie. Very good. So 68 banners, or 58, whatever. 68. Good times. Good times. Alright, we have troopers available, apparently. So let's kill this weird Nute team. I don't really see this kind of team much anymore these days. Dooku is making things awkward, stunning our only real damage dealer. So, do the AoE with Piet, apparently, for funsies. Try to get Daze on everyone at least, because Daze is fun, as everyone knows. Dooku's like, I know nothing of the sort. I'm like, well, 65 banners is fun. That's what you should know, Dooku. You should consider using troopers of your own. So how quickly they wiped you out. Alright. It's in the back. Cool, so he's got the 2 middle finger fleets, of course. That's no fun, but he doesn't have much left, so let's finish off the squads here, and then wait for my opponent to attack back at some point. Of course, fleets could just derail us entirely anyways. I mean, we've already failed a few times. Maybe it was just on that one Lord Vader. No, we failed on Malgus too. Yeah, that was fiasco and a half. Cool. Okay. Got through that. Now they have the Mon Mothma team, but we have Iden. So the best strategy I've actually seen lately is try to shoot Cara Dune first with Iden. Now, I mean, I realize that it might sound a little ridiculous to be like, guys, here's a good strategy to use, like one of the strongest, most natural counters in the game. Like, here's a good strategy on how to beat Mon Mothma with Iden. Like, it sounds ludicrous to sound like, why am I even trying to strategize? But I mean, this counter can go wrong sometimes if you let Kyle ramp up his damage and one-shot some of your characters, and so didn't let him do that this time. Shoot Cara Dune first, it actually does help. Somehow, it does. It makes it even smoother. So, okay, cleared squads. Now let's see if we can get through these fleets. So we're taking a new counter with Negotiator versus Executor. We're using TIE Fighter pilot of all ships here. So weird, folks. Okay, so you put the taunt onto TIE Fighter pilot, and then you get your foresight up with him, and so you get a bunch of turn meter to start off. And I mean, it's pretty smooth actually, folks. This yeah, you can see TIE Fighter pilot lived for a while, and so now I have to deal, of course, with this Houndstooth at some point. Gotta kill him. He assisted. Man, that damage, that buff immunity is so nice on Houndstooth while it lasts, but it never does last, so it's almost just like Fool's Gold or something. Maybe just Xaereth's Gold, which is synonymous to Fool, I suppose. Man, they have Anakin marked. I hate that. That is so scary. Terrifying, even. Okay. Let's see if fives can make a dent here. Gosh, Anakin's dead. He gone. Don't love that. We're so close, guys. So close to taking out this Houndstooth. We actually got a twofer there. Look at that. Look at how fancy we are. Getting a twofer. Y-Wings to the rescue, man. Who knew that Y-Wings were so effective doing bombing runs on starfighters? Just incredible. Look at that. We got the win. TIE Fighter pilot was on our side. We must be fancy or something. Alright, Executrix versus Profundity. And I wanted to try Gauntlet. Someone told me that it's a higher win percentage than other ships. But then they killed Gauntlet immediately. And then they suppressed the protection on Sith Bomber and killed Sith Bomber immediately. We're at risk of just being taken completely off the board. So okay, let's get the TIE Bomber in, and hopefully we can at least kill Y-Wing. The goal, of course, is to kill Y-Wing and then also Outrider. Look at how they already have 5 ships in, though, guys. Like, I don't know how they're this fast. This is fiasco level. Not wonderful, folks. Okay, so we set everyone on fire, and the Y-Wing, it was too much for the Y-Wing to take. And, I mean, it's not looking great here, but maybe we could manage to take out Outrider at least as well. If we could take out Outrider, but instead they just killed us instant. Like, apparently they just got a ton of assists, and I don't know, like they just deleted my team. Just, you know, a little bit of RNG there, I would say. I don't like to blame things on RNG, but that itself was pretty rough. Life is hard, folks, and then you die. So Malevolence is really our only hope of being able to clear this, at least being able to take it down to a manageable size to be able to get the clear. So Spy survived long enough to nuke that Outrider, which is only possible if their Y-Wing is gone. So at least our Empire fleet did something good. Alright, let's get Sunfac here. Stunfac, in fact, just so that we can actually hit this stupid ship at all. And it's not looking great here, folks. Can't do anything, man. At least we killed Outrider, though. That feels good. Okay, Mass Assist killed. So Spy, man. Spy is just really good against this team as long as you stay alive. And, alright, Cassian's here to save the day. Apparently. Don't do that, Cassian. Try not to do that. Go make yourself a spin-off Star Wars show or something like that, please. And it's only Falcon left, but man, Falcon's so thick, so tough to take out, honestly, with the Profundity. But once again, Spy proving its value there. Alright, so now we're going to do our erstwhile Raddus versus Raddus mirror match. And what I've discovered on this one, folks, if you have comparable relics, then it's great. But if they have really high relics on their Hans or on their Ray's Millennium Falcon, don't try this. In this case, I think we were pretty close, in fact. So, all right, gotta take out this. Gotta take out the. I mean, we've done this a few times. You guys don't need a play-by-play. Like we just get our delete button from our Falcon ready to go on their Falcon and pull the trigger. And then there's some play, but I mean, once you win the Falcon race, then you get to win, basically. Poe doesn't get to win. Poe gets to go to HE double hockey sticks, apparently, but everyone else seems to be doing okay. I mean, both Radduses also went to the same place as Poe, which I guess makes sense. I mean, she did say she liked Poe. Maybe she's like, I don't know, trying to meet up with him. I'm tired enough. That makes a ton of sense, actually. But yeah, I mean, we win. We get to win. Yay! Look at that, 71. Pretty good stuff, folks. For that particular match up, and that's it. Like I dropped a few over. I think it's like 107 banners, 108 maybe. So, I mean, I'm wide open. I only have 3 GLs on defense, and you know, a lot of other good teams and everything, but you know, we're wide open. Like, he's gonna have to fail multiple times, or just totally fail to clear at all, if we want to have things work out for us. So hold on a second. I want to avoid spoilers, so I'm gonna pause for 1 sec. Very good. Okay. So he did attack. One of his very first attacks, he actually failed against Malgus there, which was very encouraging. But then he got a really clean, really easy cleanup there. And then he did, in the back zone, fail against Jabba, which was exciting as well. And he had like he was not being very efficient. Like, he dropped a lot of banners, and I was like, man, all I need is one fleet fail from him, and we win. Or one fail on the top zone, like one of those things, or just like a really dirty fleet clear. You know, I think he needed him to drop like 20 total banners. Instead, he was pretty clean, and he won by 13. So, I mean, what you gonna do? So I'm gonna complain for a minute, and then I'm gonna take ownership. All right, guys. So I'm just sick of Lord Vader being overpowered, and I don't know what he's gonna be now that Datacron Set 4 is gone. I don't know. I don't think he's gonna be as good. In fact, I think he's just gonna be on offense a lot. Actually, we're gonna delete him with troopers quite a bit. But man, I'm just tired of him being overpowered. Like, I just Supreme Leader Kylo couldn't get traction for me. I just couldn't make it work. Just couldn't make it work at the end of this season. And I think this is the last time I tried Supreme Leader Kylo for the rest of the season on Lord Vader, because it's just clearly I vowed on my stream, I was like, not gonna work anymore, guys. I'm not gonna try this. Like, it's just not gonna work. Like, if I'd been able to one-shot it, and I'm not saying I should have won or anything. If I had been able to one-shot it, we'd have won the match, right? But similarly, if I had just used Kenobi on his Malgus team, I also would have won the match, because I dropped 30 banners there. Like, easily would have won the match if we had just used Kenobi in the first place, instead of trying to get fancy and cheap with Starkiller. And I think at the end of the day, Starkiller can work on Malgus, but man, it's not going to ever be clean. So this was a very winnable match by me. I failed enough times. Like, fleets, I don't really, you know, the vagaries of RNG in fleet are just how it is, you know? I can't really be that mad about it. But at the end of the day, folks, no excuses. Like, I misplayed a few times. Like, the Lord Vader one, maybe I'm mad about, but I probably could have set myself up for success in better ways. And also, I guess I should also point out that, I mean, the Malgus one, I guess I pointed out a few times. I could have just avoided that by using Kenobi. If I'd been more prepared, I could have won, potentially. Maybe it would have sparked my opponent into, you know, being a little, like, less, I don't know if complacent is there. I'm not trying to fire shots across his bow. Like, I'm just saying, maybe my opponent would have been, like, more on his guard and been able to up his game enough to beat me. So I'm not even saying, like, I deserved the win. Like, I beat myself. I hate it when people say that. Like, he played well enough to beat me. Like, well done to him, 100%. It was winnable, and I, you know, sometimes you just need one of those, I don't know if it's a wake-up call exactly, but, like, how are you going to improve if, you know, you can't expect to win all of them, and if you're going to take a loss like this and just be like, whatever, like, you're not going to improve. And this is one of those things, like, this is going to light a fire and be like, all right, we're going to change things up. Like, obviously, Supreme Leader Kylo's not working against Lord Vader. What other options do we have? What are we going to do about Malgus? Maybe we can, you know, get better at certain things to be able to beat him more consistently. I don't know. One way or another, though, folks, I'm going to stop drowning in my misery and drowning you in my misery. Got the loss, and with that, I'm 3-3 for the season. And the final week, I'm actually finished with the final week. You'll find out what the final results are. Eventually, I'm going to be making all those videos over time, but one way or another, I just, yeah. Thank you all so much for watching, and remember that in all things, Xaereth prevails. Even when we lose, folks, we gotta learn from it. This is a catalyst. This is something that is going to be good for us, I hope. Take care.